Confessional.
Hello and welcome to Games Confessional, episode 242, part 2. You heard right, part 2, because have you missed it? Our Ubisoft Forward video special on YouTube. We are making waves in the YouTube space. Okay, I might be overselling it a little bit, eh?
You're overselling it a bit.
More maybe dropping a pebble in a pond.
More like a peddler on the Atlantic. If you haven't watched it already, I'm really hoping it worked because, like I said, we're trying new things. We're trying to, pump out some content that's a little bit different for you guys to enjoy on the YouTubes. So we did a little watch along of the Ubisoft thing. There's a few technicalities. Hopefully they worked out.
I apologise now for the sound quality on that.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say I apologise now for Clarky, but it's a bit late.
That too.
They know what he's like by now. They should know what he's like by now. Oh, man. So, anyway, we're not going to talk about the Ubisoft thing. If you want to catch up on that, it's in the separate YouTube feed, which Pet has obviously edited. Pet, big shout out to you, mate. Epic work done on the last show.
Thank you, bro.
Phenomenal. I have no idea why you cut it into two. I think it's a ridiculous idea, man. You just want to put it out there. Just put it out as one thing,
Yeah, you took your time.
It's a silly idea.
I've worked a way to do it now as one thing, but it was causing me loads of headaches. It wanted it under 20 minutes, and so that's and then it worked out.
Yeah, for anyone watching this and not listening, Happy New Year for 2024.
That was a joke. See,
there we go.
I was like, I had to get that for a sec.
Oh dear me, that's awesome. That's great. I'm just wondering if these names are going to show up on the screen or not.
Well, Clarky, how cute would you feel if, like, I had died and it was 2024 and I wasn't here?
Give me a clue. How am I supposed to feel?
Sad, very sad.
So we've it's been a busy old week in the video games space, and Xbox have been they kind of been outed in a way, haven't they? There was a little leak, and
a little
tiny small leak of release dates, prices, form factors, specs, you name it, the works. And fair play to them. They didn't try and just like put their head under the sand or just ignore it. They actually come out and they played along with it quite nicely, I thought.
Oh, man,
they acknowledged it.
Yeah,
they've been on fire this week.
They did a good little. Their social media team's kicking some butt, which is nice. Just playing along with it quite nicely. So I thought that was fun. So the big news is the stuff that we all suspected. There's going to be another form factor. There's the Series S, the Xbox Series.
Yeah, Xbox Series S.
And the Xbox.
In addition to the.
Hang on. So what we got? We got the Xbox Series One, the Xbox Series One X. What's the little one?
Yep.
Was that the Xbox Series X as well, or is that the Xbox One S?
This is the problem. This is the problem, isn't it?
So we got the.
Well, at the moment that you can buy in the shops now.
You've got the Xbox One, the OG.
The Xbox One.
Yeah, they call it the Xbox One.
You can't really buy that new in the shops anymore, but go on.
No,
that's the one I got.
Your Xbox One X.
Which you can't buy anymore.
Oh, so fucking hell. And then you got the Xbox One S. The Xbox One S. Is that right?
You can buy, yes.
You can buy, right. Okay, so you got those three. Then we're going to have on, wait for it, drum roll please, November 10th. We're going to be getting the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. So a smaller, slightly less powerful, digital only.
I think it's more than slightly less powerful.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, Clark.
We'll talk about before we go into it though, Vimesy.
Okay. By
accident, like, what can I just ask? What does everyone think about the names here? Because you've sort of made a little bit of the point that the issue I got with by accident, and you've made it like this. For me, this is so confusing. The word, like all the naming, and now it's the Series X, and then it will be the Series, like it'll be like the XS, and then it'll be like the Series.
Yeah,
I'm so confused.
Come November 10th, I'm not going to give a shit about 3 of those. So that makes it nice and easy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but then after the Xbox Series S, won't there be like the Xbox Series SX or something?
so the Xbox XSX and the XSX.
Why do they do this?
I don't know. I mean, you got to hand it to PlayStation's marketing. 3, 4, 5.
Why?
Okay.
It's the Pro. Yeah.
Well, that's true. They ruined it with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I don't understand.
I don't mind that stuff. I don't mind it when a company comes out and goes, "Here's the PS5 Pro. Here's the PS5 Lite. Here's the PS5." I know which one's good.
Yeah,
like Aaron. Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron. He goes to me. So the first thing he said to me was, "So is S the good one?" And I was like, "No, the S is the lesser one. The X is the good one." Like how the hell is he supposed to know? Like if he's walking into a shop,
I don't know. It's like when you used to go shopping for cars, and it was like, was a Ford Gear better than a Cosworth? Who knows, right? I mean,
but when you see like, well, here's the light.
Huh?
Is that a car joke?
It's not a joke.
No, it's just fact. But when you see like, here's the Ford Lite and here's the Ford Pro, I'll be like, okay, the Ford Pro is the.
That one's
lighter.
That one's more pro. Easy.
Yeah, that one's the. But anyway, I think it's so confusing but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about it. So November 10th is the date. So that's literally a month, 2 months away.
Yeah, 8 weeks.
8 weeks, roughly. Xbox Series X, 450 of your British pounds. Depending, I suppose, by then. And the Xbox Series S, 250 of your British pounds. So £200 price difference. So straight off the bat, 450. That's for the Series X, because some people think it's going to be 500 quid. I mean, it's $500, but 450. That sounds pretty much on par with what we were expecting, weren't we?
Yeah. I think we remind me, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we all sort of said between 400 and 500. We all made estimations there, right? Someone might have said 400, someone might have said 500, but we never thought there would be a 3 in front of it, and we never thought there would be a 6 in front of it.
No.
So I
wasn't expecting necessarily. I mean, like, you put that. Let's not talk about necessarily the specifics of the power yet, as in like what the S can. No, hang on, what the X can do over the X. Let's not talk about that. But PlayStation 5 comes out. They got 2 SKUs as well. They got their PlayStation 5 and their PlayStation 5 digital only, right?
Yes, but don't expect a 200 difference.
Yeah, that's the thing. You see,
because the only difference between them is a disc drive and no disc drive.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have like a 50 quid maybe difference there. Maybe I can't see them going
max 100. It's not.
Yeah, I'd say 50 to 100.
That is it, right?
50 to 100.
So let's say it's 500 quid and 430, right? I mean, and then you look at the Xbox and you go, oh, look, if you're not in the know like what we are, us pros, you're looking at 450 or 250. It's like a bit of a no-brainer, really, isn't it? I can get it on the
net. But you know what, Vimesy? I don't even like that us even talking about that at the moment, because you're just pulling numbers out your ass now, going, oh, 500 for you. Maybe what if the PlayStation 5 comes out and it's 450 and it might be 450 and 350. Like what kind of?
It's still 100 quid more than the 250.
But you don't know. That's the point. Like I don't think
unless they've got something like really specific planned, I'm kind of thinking it's not going to be an amazing drop down. Oh my god, price! Because if it was, they'd have come out with it almost straight away in response to Xbox.
I mean, unless they've got some serious child labour things going on, they're not going to get it cheaper.
No.
I don't think they are good. They don't care about the response.
Well, because I think I read that both the Xbox SKUs are being sold at a loss. The S, the bigger loss than the X.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that always happens. I mean, that's for anyone who doesn't follow the industry. Like no console. PS4 did the same thing. The previous Xbox did the same thing. At launch, they make a loss on the console. That is fact. Like, the company does not make profit selling console. It depends though that's happened on the PS4. I remember the PS4 they had to sell
It's
2 games
not
with
always,
each console.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So,
Well, with the previous life cycle, they put in such new technology at the time where the console is expensive. So the previous PS4, it needed 2 games, an attachment rate of 2 games for it to break even, I think.
yeah,
And then the company started making money.
Here's the thing, right? Why do you say that you think the PlayStation, that Sony, aren't worried about Microsoft? If they're not worried about what Microsoft are going to come out, why haven't they said anything?
No, I didn't say that.
What are they waiting on?
No, I didn't say that at all. What Clarkey said was, if Sony had along the lines of if Sony had a good price, they would have come back straight away and said it. And I said, no, there's no chance. That they're working to their program, and so was Xbox. Xbox was due, and Phil Spencer came out and said it ahead of Xbox.
Next week.
They were due to come out in 10 days' time and say the price and blah, blah, blah. They wouldn't have come out and said it if it wasn't for the huge leaks.
Yeah,
and they had to come out. And that's why there was some confusion as well with, like different pictures of the official Xbox, like changing its tweets going, oh, it's £450. Wait, sorry, £500. Because they were rushed to do it. PlayStation, unless there's a leak, they're not rushed. There's definitely not going to be a rush from Xbox. There's no pressure on Xbox. Like what they will do now, if anything, they will re-look at their costs and go, right, how can we hit them in the butt? This whole thing, all this time, for the reason why we couldn't place pre-orders, and the reason they weren't telling us is because one company's waiting for the other company to show their hand first. Xbox has been forced to show their hand. We don't know when PlayStation is going to show it. For all we know, they were going to show it this week. Xbox has already shown their hand, so now it gives PlayStation the advantage of going, oh, well, we can undercut them a little bit and actually come back and go $450 for the main one as well. And now you got $450. Obviously, you're going to buy the PlayStation users. So that's the problem. Xbox were hoping PS4 could come out first, so they could do that. Someone hacked, or I don't know how the leak happened. I haven't read how the leak happened, but they screwed them and they had to go. So PlayStation, if anything, now they will be having a week, 2 weeks of, can we change what we thought the price was going to be? Like, I'm sure they will be able to go. There's no way they're not discussing.
They will already have got prices and strategy
Options
for every price point that Microsoft could have come out with.
Exactly.
They have a strategy if Microsoft came out at 300. They have a strategy if Microsoft came out at 700.
So now they discuss. Now they go, right, it's option 2 now because they played that hand.
Yeah.
Let's discuss it. Right, let's go out next week.
The only thing that might throw them a little bit is the S. And the only reason I think that, well, there's a couple of things that might, and we'll get into those things later. But as a package, Microsoft have come out and I reckon they've knocked it out of the park this week. But we'll see. So,
I think so.
Before we get in, I'm just trying to work out the best way of doing this. So November 10th is when it's coming out. Pre-orders start on September 22nd.
Oh yeah. So
12 days time. So 2 weeks after it was outed, basically, you can pre-order it. So they've also got this, what do they call it? All access.
Yeah, all access.
Now this is blinding, and this is good. Especially if you're kind of like somebody who's a little bit more on the fence about it or whatever. So essentially what that means is, I think it's for a 2-year contract. You get, I think it's £25 for the S, and I think it's £30 for the X, but don't quote me yet. Might be a little bit more, might be 35, can't remember. But for that, you get the console, so the X or the S, depending on the price point. You also get Xbox Ultimate, which is going to be your Xbox Live subscription and your Game Pass subscription.
And your EA Pass now.
And also, that's what I was going to say. The next thing they bring in is, oh, and by the way, you also get EA Play. I mean, that's...
With the Ultimate Pass, not with the normal pass.
Well, that there is no... I mean, with that normal... the Ultimate, whatever they call it. I mean, I can see them bending everything to Ultimate soon. There won't be an Xbox Live, an Xbox Game Pass, an Xbox Game Pass. It'll all just be, fuck it, we're all going to Ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah.
I reckon that's what they're going to be doing soon. So for the price of what could be just 25 quid a month, let's say £35 to be sort of probably realistic. If you're going to get an X, then you're talking about 35 quid. But if you're just like me and I want to get something for my son or daughter for Christmas, and I know that I can give them a console for £25 a month.
For how many months?
Was it 24 months, isn't it? 2 years. I can get them a Series S. I can get that. I don't have to worry about Live. I don't have to worry about Game Pass. They've got a rotating library. I mean, that's
so quick maths, and I had to do it on a calculator. 25 times 20, what did you, 24 is £600.
Mhm.
So you do end up paying £150 more than you would buying it outright. 450, isn't it, outright?
You've got your ultimate in there as well, which is £10.99 a month currently.
So for the 25, it's £10.99. Sorry, for the 25,
it includes the ultimate as well. So it includes the console and your subscription for that amount of time.
I thought Vimesy said it was £35 a month for the.
No, that's for the One X console.
Yeah, for the. So it's £600 for the
S.
For the S version, and it'll. Christ Almighty! See, we're getting well confused.
No, for the S. I remember S by shit. X for extra.
Okay, you can do that if you want.
That's how I remember it. So
the S version is going to be £600, but then you got a.
I'm not saying it's shit, guys. It's just the way I remember it, because otherwise I can't remember.
Too late now. We all know you. We all know you lie. All right, so it's going to be like £600 plus. Let's say, what's Game Pass at the moment? A tenner plus another.
It's £10.99 a month.
£10.99 a month. What's live at the moment? £8? Let's call it 15, shall we?
That doesn't matter because it's included in the £10.99 a month you pay for Ultimate.
Yeah, but we're not doing Ultimate, are we? We're doing 15 times 24 is 360. So
how does that make any sense?
What? So £960. I'm talking about if you're buying the console separately, then you're buying.
Oh right, okay.
Live separately, then you're buying Game Pass separately.
But you can't buy it separately.
You can. You can go buy the console straight off the shelf.
Yeah, but if anyone that's paying for Ultimate isn't paying for Live as well.
Yeah, no. See, look, this is what I'm saying. If I went into a shop and they weren't doing this deal, right, I'd have to go into the shop. I'd have to pay £450 for my X.
Yep.
2 years worth of Live at say a tenner, so that's another £240 on top.
No.
No.
So
when
you go into the shop and you buy your Xbox, you're only buying Xbox Live. You're not buying Ultimate.
This is what I'm saying.
No, wait, hold on. But Clarky,
there's Game Pass and you've got Live, Clarky.
Yeah. And the console.
On my Xbox at the moment, I have to pay for Live and I have to pay for Xbox. They're two Game Pass and they're two separate.
Yeah, unless you buy Ultimate, which has them both, plus EA.
All right. So how much is Ultimate when you're buying Live?
No, Ultimate has everything. Ultimate has Live, Game Pass, and EA.
Yeah.
Or you buy them separately.
I'm just.
Am I not right in saying that, Vimesy? Ultimate has everything, right?
It's fucking confusing, right? So, Game Pass price.
When I did it, Ultimate, I did one subscription to Ultimate, and it gave me Live and Game Pass. Now it will also give me EA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, the other option I had was Live in addition to Live, Game Pass.
All right.
That's what it gave me as an option. But it might change now. I don't know.
Okay. I think it has because I don't think you can buy Live vouchers anymore. They stopped selling them.
Ultimate is 15. But I'm sure
can you buy
that game Live was like £8 and Game Pass was £10, so it's about £18.
You must be able to buy Live separately, Clark. Like, if I want to play online, but I don't want to have a subscription of Game Pass, you're telling me you can't do that?
Right, hold on. So I currently get charged.
You wanted to be gone in half an hour. Look at him.
Yeah, no. All right, yeah. Well, I currently get charged £10.99 a month, and for that £10.99, I get Game Pass and I get Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I want everything, Xbox, well, I get Game Pass. But essentially, Game Pass Ultimate is Game Pass and Xbox Live, and I pay £10.99 a month for it.
No, but you can have just Live by itself. That's what I'm telling you.
You don't have to have Game.
You don't have to have Game. I had Live just by myself.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Xbox Live Gold, £10 a month. Xbox Game Pass, £10 a month. That's
so
what it is at the
confused
moment. right? So if you have both, that's 20 quid, right?
Yeah, the only point,
Stop.
the only point,
Don't-
no. The
stop.
only point I'm
Stop.
making here, why would you
Stop.
pay 20 quid when you only have to pay 10.99?
Look, see. Bin him off. I'm going to mute him. I'm fucked up with him.
No. Go, Clarky, go. Vimesy,
He's
please
gone.
continue, sir.
No, he's fucked it.
I'm muting him. I'm muting him.
No, I'm fucking. He can stay fucking muted. He's legitimately a
Clarky, I'll get you back
liability.
in a second.
He is
I'll get you back
liability.
in a second. Vimesy, please continue.
I don't know if he's worth it. Anyway, all I'm saying is, access all areas or whatever it's called is a really good deal.
Well, what is the deal? Because you haven't told me shit. Because usually, because usually, in theory, in anything, when you buy a phone, this subscription thing has been happening for it. When you buy a phone, when you buy a car,
Yeah.
finance mechanisms are great on a monthly basis, but you end up paying more for the product generally. So a car that costs 15 grand monthly, I would have spent 15 grand. I would have spent 17 grand in 3 years when I could have bought it for 15 grand day one. And that's how it happens with phones as well. Are you telling me this is cheaper, or are you telling me that's the same mechanism as every other
You go and do
finance thing?
some more maths.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the prices are.
Well, look,
We'll have to. We'll write them in the. You know what? We'll write them in the descriptions when we find out when we do the math separately.
Yeah.
At the moment, you're telling me it's 35 times 24, which is £840.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Just talk amongst yourselves while I'm accessing my calculator again.
I think the story I read is basically if you buy into one of the consoles on All Access, for the combined price, you end up saving about 20 quid on what you'd normally pay if you bought it. It's kind of outright.
What's All Access? Is that Ultimate?
No, All Access is basically what their pay monthly program's called.
Okay.
I just don't get why he's going on about Xbox Live, because if you're buying Game Pass Ultimate, you don't need Xbox Live.
No, if you're buying Ultimate, there's no Game Pass Ultimate. It's just Game Pass and Ultimate. So when you get Ultimate, you get. I'm so confused.
Right, Game Pass. Yeah, Ultimate is essentially Game Pass and
live.
Game Pass, and live, and it's $10.99 a month.
EA.
Yeah, and that's $10.99 a month.
Okay. I'm back with some numbers.
Go on, son.
Right, so basically it's about the same.
Oh yeah, it's 20 quid.
Is it 20 quid
Yeah,
difference
you
or
save
something?
20 quid.
If you went and
if you buy it up front, you save 20
If you
quid.
bought it outright, if you went and you paid I'm paying my 450 quid for my Xbox
Cash.
Series X.
Yeah.
And I'm buying 24 months worth of Ultimate at 15 quid a month. That's going to set you back 810 quid.
Okay, the other one was and the other one
buy
was
it for 35, and again, we're not 100% sure on the numbers yet, right? Because we don't know if it's actually going to be 35. I think it's 35. It's going to cost you 840 quid.
Save 30 quid.
Well, if you buy it outright, you go in there with your cash, buy
810.
450 straight off the bat, and then you would save 30 quid by doing that. But by spreading that cost over 2 years, you're giving them an extra £30, which I think
that's not bad. That's not bad. I paid an extra £30 just to get car insurance, not car insurance, road tax for 6 months instead of 12 months.
Yeah, well, car tax. We're not even going to go on to that, mate, because that's a real fucking.
I need to call you about my taxes, though. I do need you're my boy now.
The other thing we were going to look at was.
Get your notepad.
I can't remember what I was doing. Honestly, it's getting fucking ridiculous now. But if you were to do it with the
Xbox Series S, which you know is the inferior version,
right? That's going to be £610 if you bought it outright. Okay.
Oh, I get the pricing thing you're confused with now.
Right. If you buy it outright, if you buy the Series S version outright with all the stuff up front, it's basically going to cost you more to buy it outright.
So can I ask a question? Where'd the 15 quid come from?
What? How does that make sense?
It.
What? What costs 15 quid?
No, I didn't.
No, what? Oh, it doesn't. It costs $10.99 a month.
What? Yeah, but is that the new Ultimate or is that the old Ultimate?
It's the current one on their app. It includes
start this podcast again.
It's Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. That's what it's called.
Is that the one that's like
doubling in price, or is that the console one?
That's the console one.
Is it?
Yeah.
How about we
Vimesy,
park that?
have you been paying Microsoft 15 quid a month?
I'm just saying it right here. XPass Ultimate, $14.99.
Fucking dollars, you dipshit.
Dollars, you dickhead.
It's all the same when it comes to fucking currency.
No, it's not.
That's roughly it. Anyway, what
Yeah,
were we
so it's
talking about?
$10.99 a month. There you go, everyone.
Is that for Ultimate?
You got some serious
Or is that
editing to do
just for
next
Xbox
time,
Live and Game Pass?
Seriously, I can't.
I'll just cut the 20 minutes and have the end bit with Clive.
Hold on a minute. What are all the console options again?
Let's just freeze, and then you can re-edit that in, right? There you go.
Oh, thanks for explaining that so clearly.
Glad to help. Yes. Right. So, Xbox
Listen,
Series S.
Go to the official Xbox website.
Yeah, pricing, full and genuine pricing
Got
available
math
there.
here, all right.
Yeah. If any Xbox US subscribers, if you listen to this show, we'll give you the official pricing for your country, but not the one we're based in.
Well, apart from the cost of the console, which
Of course, yeah.
The console.
Yeah, so we worked it out. The console is in Great British pounds. The Game Pass is in US dollars.
Well, apart from that, to be fair, that was the one who said it. Anyway,
What did I say? $15.
what do we actually think of the design of the McDonald's speaker? The Series S.
Well, can we, while we're on pricing, can we go through the available accessories? But Vimesy, can you give the prices in rubles, please?
Yeah, that won't be a problem at all because that'll be the world currency soon, so we can know it off by that.
Oh god.
So, design.
I think what of the S or the X?
Well, we've done the X. Yeah, yes. The one we
All right,
found
yes.
out about, yeah. The one we haven't known about for 2 months.
I don't know why.
It fits nicely in with that disabled controller that they do. What?
Oh, with the big buttons, you mean?
Yeah.
They're going to get confused. They're going to hammer down on it and break it.
I didn't quite understand why that bit was like
well,
a different
if
color.
they want a replacement, that's going to cost them $600 Brazilian.
True that.
I think it would have looked nice if it was all white.
I don't understand the two-tone. I really don't.
I don't understand that, but it's nice and small.
It's very small.
Nice and
it's the
nice and
small.
small. Thin.
You mean you don't understand the two-tone? The PS5's two-tone.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah, true.
PS5.
Sorry, Vimesy?
What PS5's not two-tone, is it? Black.
Yeah, the middle bit's black. The sides are white, aren't they?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought. I was about PS4. See, the naming
Not this again.
It's the naming conventions that get me. 4, 5. I mean, Christ, you're supposed to remember that.
I think the design's absolutely fine. It's rectangular and it's going to sit under my TV.
Ain't no one going to see it ever again.
Yeah, I like it. I like the design, but I really like the design of the Xbox X. I think that's awesome with the light piercing through
There's no light.
the fridge.
Light.
What is it? Like, what's that green thing?
Green.
Is it not?
No,
it's not light in there.
It's just a bit of green.
What do you mean it's a bit of green?
They've just got green, but the green in the top.
Yeah, it's got like a green glow to it. That's what your extra 200 quid's getting you.
What do you mean? It's just that they put some green in it. What do you mean? The sides are like the.
It's just.
Oh, it's just painted green.
It's just a bit of plastic green.
Oh, I like the plastic green.
There you go then. That's good.
I like the Xbox. I think it's nice.
Why didn't they do on the Series X? Why did they make that black and not green? Because if they'd done Xbox green, at least it would have been a theme.
If they did on the X.
On the S.
Oh Jesus Christ!
What did they not do on it?
On the fucking S, the one that looks like a speaker that you go to McDonald's and go, "Hello, I'd like a burger, please."
Oh, that's what you were talking about earlier. I didn't get that joke.
No, you wouldn't have done. You're London boy. You're KFC.
I was like, is it an M sign? I was like, it's not an M sign. The new design.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Right, so
I like it. That's my answer.
Sorry, so 10th of November, pre-orders on the 22nd, 450, 250, Xbox All Access, so you can get it across 2 years, which is probably working out cheaper if you do it in English pounds. That's going to be worldwide, because before they only did that in the US, I believe, and you could like trade up or something like that, but it's coming worldwide. I don't know if you can trade in. That would be interesting.
You can.
Oh, tell me more, Mr. Clarkey.
On the all access thing, from what I was reading, please don't pay. As long as you're going all silly now. Your internet's going, or mine is. You can trade it in, but you have to. This seems like it's a bit cagey, because it's like you've got to send the console back, the controller, and the power cable, and it's all got to be in good condition.
Mine's in immaculate condition.
I didn't read any further than that, but there is a trading option on it.
Well, this, I mean, yeah.
Anyway,
all this good news. That's a good point, Mimesy. Like, does this tempt any? Is there more? Wait, I'll ask this question at the end. Is there anything more that we should know?
Well, did you want to delve into the specs?
Yeah, of the S.
You wanted to dive into the specs.
Yeah, he's trying to buy. He's trying to buy himself time.
Of the thing.
Yes, right now. I wanted it right now.
Of the thing.
Let's
do that, shall we? Let's jump into the specs by.
Yeah, right now. As quick as you can.
By. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah. What's the RAM?
It's there. You go. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All over this, man. I'm down with this. So, CPU practically identical.
Which stands for?
Central processing.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Come on, mate.
Okay.
So the CPU between the X and the S is actually not that dissimilar. There's only like 0.2 of a gigahertz in it. The GPU, practically the same. There's some things around the 52 CUs.
What's the GPU stand for?
The
Graphics Processing Unit.
Come on, Pay. So the interesting bit here is this bit here. GPU power, 12.15 teraflops. Against your 4 teraflops in the series.
It's because the X is extra.
Everything else.
Do you want a bit of an interesting factoid here, Pet? The teraflops on the Series S is actually lower than the current 1X, but the overall specification on the console means it is much better suited for next generation than the 1X is.
No, that's okay. That's fine. That's like
I think I read somewhere else. It's actually slightly less teraflops than the PS4 Pro.
That's fine. You know what? I talk like when I talk cars. I hate when people go, "Oh, my car's this fast because it's got a something 2.1 liter." It doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, baby, because I got the heated seats.
Anyway, Series X has got 6 gig more RAM, and this is the bit that really is the bit where you see the notice. The X is basically aiming for 4K gaming. The Series X is basically just looking at your.
Right, can I just pause it in here with the performance?
Pause it away, Clarky.
With the performance target here, the performance target 1440p at 60 frames per second or whatever, but the resolution, that's going to sell a lot for kids gaming in the bedrooms who just have small, like, portable TVs. So everyone's going to go, fuck it, I'm getting the Series S. You know, and I think there's going to be a really high pickup rate on that.
Yeah, I reckon so. I mean, that's the one. If my kids wanted one, I'd be like, yeah, you're having that one.
It's also the one I'm getting as well.
Is it?
Yeah, because the thing is, I was pretty much until this came out, I was a bit stuck with the fact of thinking, I'm gonna wait. There's just not enough, you know. There's just not enough games and shit out for me to make me worth paying out like 400 or 500 quid or whatever they're going to be. But this is kind of like, oh well, I can ditch off the PS4 Pro, I can ditch off the 1S, and that'll pay for the 250 quid one outright. Got Game Pass on.
You're not going to have a PlayStation then?
No, because you'll like this. I read somewhere that if you contact Elite Frontier, the Frontier developers, they will actually transfer your credit value from one account to another. So it's like, yeah. Because literally Elite Dangerous is the only reason I've kept the PS4.
I think in reality, what will happen, Clarky, is probably within the first 6 months, you'll end up buying the PS5 as well.
No,
So
I will absolutely buy a PS5, but I feel better now
yeah.
knowing that next gen's here and I'm going to get something straight off the bat. You know, I'm going to have
But
something
what are you?
new.
But I'll challenge you with this. I'll play devil's advocate. For £250, you're not getting anything next gen, because anything that you're getting will run on your Xbox. Why are you giving 250 when it will run on your current Xbox?
Because the OG Xbox runs everything like shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. So you're doing an upgrade.
Yeah,
But do you have the OG Xbox? I
If you've
thought you
got
had.
an OG Xbox, it is still an upgrade.
Yeah,
You've
I've
got
got
an
a,
Xbox One X.
I've got a,
it's probably,
yeah, I haven't got a One X. I've got a One S.
yeah. So it's pretty much the same as me. I've got an OG Xbox One. If I was to get an S, it's still an upgrade.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If I've got a One X, probably not. I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
So I haven't got
I
one.
get you.
I mean, I'm old. My eyesight might be starting to go a bit. So, you know, 40 and
We could do some
40p,
maths if
4K,
you want, Pat.
it's no different.
We can do some maths and work it all out.
No.
No, I think it's a brilliant entry price. Yeah.
So what else we got here?
Oh, the storage. Pet likes this one.
Storage. Basically, you're getting twice as much on the
Yeah.
X. So you're getting the teraflop. I was going to say getting terabyte on the X and half that on that. I'm not too bothered by that because
I am.
The S is a digital only machine, and it's coming with half
So
the storage of the X, which I think is a bit meh. But yeah, I can work with it. I work with it already on the PS4. I don't ever have to delete. Well, I don't think I've ever had to delete anything off my PS4 to fit something else on. PS4 got terabyte on it.
It's probably
the Pro's got one. The original had 512 as well.
Maybe
no, the original had 500.
500, yeah. Well, sorry, I said 512. Sorry. Okay, 500.
Yeah. That's kind of
the storage is a problem for me because, like you said, Vimesy, it's digital only. So why would you not?
Of course, it's a problem for you. You're a COD player.
That's true.
Well, that's the thing. Like with the PS4, oh my god,
right there.
The 500 gigs for me was absolutely nothing. I was deleting games all the time until I internally changed the hard drive, and then later when the update came out, I put a external hard drive on the Pro. But
Clark, you run through the external issues on your next gen stuff. You were talking.
Say again, sorry.
You were talking about external drives and stuff for the
SSDs.
Oh right, yeah. So if you need, I think. I'm sure I read somewhere that it's not the case, but I think the Xbox ones you need a proprietary SSD drive.
Yeah.
PS5's the same, except it will work. It will run on equally as expensive third-party SSD drives as well.
So here's the problem, basically, for anyone.
Sorry, go on, Pat. Go on.
I was just saying, to put it simply for everyone, it's no longer you get your nice Seagate one that you've currently got in your PlayStation or Xbox, and you stick it in, you get an extra 2 tera. It's expensive, very expensive external storage now.
I remember getting my
that drives. Yeah, that disk drive still has a place because you can still put old last gen games on it, like current gen games.
Yeah, it's only for Xbox Series games. It's not for the old ones.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's for the series games.
Go on.
I think it's an extra £100 is what we're talking about, isn't it, Clarky, to get this up to 2 tera or something like that?
What, on an SSD?
On a proprietary SSD, yeah.
You're talking a lot more than that.
Oh, are you talking? What are you talking? £200 or something?
I think we're spitballing.
Well, at the time I got my 500 for the PS4 Pro, the SSD that I put in it, I think that was 100 and something pounds.
Jeez.
130. So
potentially you okay. So when you think about it like that, then why would you not just get the X?
I'm more.
If you don't want a lot of games.
Because
I mean,
I'm
you can
more,
always delete
not gonna
games,
have-
especially
he's
if you've
not
got
gonna-
Game Pass.
He's
if I
not
want the
gonna use
bells
the
and if
story.
I want the bells and whistles when the decent games start coming, I'll buy them on PS5. If I want to just play shit on Game Pass, it's like, oh, I'm not too bothered about that one, but I'm going to get it on Game Pass anyway. I'm happy to take the hit in resolution. As long as this is the thing, I want to see a bit more of the gameplay footage because I want to be sure it's mainly just a hit in resolution. If it's that the games look like absolute dog shit on the Series S, and I'm
I don't think that's
okay.
going to be the case, Clark.
How they're not going to look like dog shit?
No,
They're
no.
going to look great.
So what are we saying? They're going to look exactly the same as the One X. They'll just be at a lower resolution. The Series X, sorry.
No, they're not going to look like dog shite, though, are they?
No, they're not.
I mean, they're still going to look like the Xbox One.
The thing is, from my experience, I'm thinking about. I've seen a One X running, and I see my One S running, and the difference is absolute night and day. The One S is shit compared to the One X.
I think it will be like that though, won't it, Clark? Wimsey? I was going to say it would be the difference between your normal Pro and your non-Pro console.
I've not seen one running side by side apart from on like Digital Foundry vids.
Yeah, I don't think the PS4 is a good example because there's difference between PS4 games and PS Pro games is negligible.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'll be like that on this.
If you put an OG Xbox against an Xbox One X, then there is a notable difference, especially in just stuff like load times and
the OG one won't upscale either like the S does.
I don't think you'll see we're all guessing here. I think you'll see that big difference when the next iterations come out, the Xbox Series X1 or whatever the fuck they're going to call it.
Basically, I won't play the Series S as much as I'll play the PS5. So I'm happy to go with the cheaper SKU for it.
Yeah, and you're playing on a smaller TV, so
he's not missing out on much. Basically, is what he's saying.
Well, I'm not going to play it on a smaller TV.
But we all know why. We all know why
Oh.
Clark is really going down the Xbox route, and it's because of this. Oh yes.
No, it's not.
EA Play.
Is Dead Space on there?
Well, this is going to go have a look through it. So this is the EA Play library at the moment.
Anthem.
I would rather play Black again than Anthem. Right
Dead
now.
Space will definitely not be on there because Dead Space was it wasn't a last gen game. It wasn't a this gen game. It was last gen, wasn't it? So
No, it is on there.
Well, mate, look, you got bloody Black on there, mate, from the original Xbox.
Access.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
some of it is on there.
Let's just boost this out to. I reckon I can just.
I forgot. EA owns Dead Space. Bloody hell.
So just in case, so this was another thing that came out, and this is like out of the blue, completely out of nowhere. By the way, EA Play's getting lumped in with your Ultimate subscription. So you're getting access to all this for nothing else. I mean, it's like you've got Game Pass already. Now you've got EA Play.
You are showing a lot of old games right now, though. What's the best games on here? Like you're showing me FIFA 15
well,
for fuck's sake.
2.
Like what is the
what they tend to do is, if I remember rightly, and it is if I remember rightly,
FIFA 14.
You're gonna get, it says Dead Space there. Straight off that SSX was on there.
Crisis.
Revenge, blinding.
But what's the new games on there though?
So the new games, what they tend to do is the latest edition. So for example, if you look at the FIFA games, they'll have those up on. Let's put that out there. Let's have a look. Where's sports? Boom. They'll have the last one. So you've got FIFA 19, but you probably won't have FIFA 20 on here, right?
Okay.
Madden 20, NHL 20, right? But you won't have FIFA on there, right? But what they do is they always do this thing where the latest games, you can get a 10-hour free demo. So you can play the game.
That's really good.
10 hours. Now, if you're talking about doing that for something which is like a solo game.
You've completed it.
Yeah.
I can imagine about Christmas time as well. They'll probably be about ready to slam Jedi Fallen Order on there as well.
Yeah, I imagine that will happen. So, I mean,
that's good.
I'm not being funny, but if I'm not a gamer, and even if I am a gamer, I'm a parent, I'm going to go and buy my kids a console for the playroom or for the bedroom or whatever. And I'm sorry, I can get what now? I can get all the EA games, I can get all the Game Pass games for like whatever Clarky said the price was.
Yeah.
I mean,
in Great British pounds.
in Great British pounds. I mean, that's immense. That's a blinding deal.
Is there like a chart there or something? Like, what, is there something else you can show? Like, what's on
What do
EA?
you want?
Well, like for instance, now you said to me, "Oh, I can get all the like the page you're showing me now. I wouldn't play any of these."
No, well, I'm
Like,
sorry.
well, no, like FIFA 19, not when 20 comes out. Like,
What do you want?
is there like a chart or like what is it like? What's the first page? What do they? Here we go. So Anthem and stuff. Is it?
So
Is this like
this is the shooters. So you've got Rocket Arena, that's new out. NFS Heat's pretty new.
Yeah.
You've got Anthem, obviously. Battlefield 5 is the latest Battlefield. You've got Battlefront 2's on here somewhere. There's Battlefield 2, for example.
See, I mean, what I'm trying to understand is it just a lot of old crap games?
Well, yeah.
So what's so great about that? Like, I'd
So
rather.
were these games crap when they came out?
Well, yeah.
No, they weren't.
Well,
They
there you
weren't
go.
crap.
So they're not crap games then, are they?
No, they're not. But are you going to go and play FIFA 14 now? Are you?
I'm not going to play any FIFA games.
Are you going to play anything from that front page? Like, what are you going to play on EA?
Scroll down again, Rhymes. Scroll down.
I'm not trying to diss EA. I'm just trying to find out.
Look, I know you're not trying to sort of like throw shade, but like.
No,
so
I'm just trying to understand what would we play.
This gets lumped in for free, okay?
Yeah,
With it,
you can't complain about it being free. There's definitely not.
So you get
I'm just
selected new release EA titles for up to 10 hours on Xbox, right? So
that's really good,
game, right? But it's selected. So like, if there is a game that comes out and it's like, let's say that No Way Out game, if that was on EA, and they're not going to put that up as a 10-hour demo because we'd have rinsed it, right?
And you would have finished it in 10 hours.
Yeah, right. So you get
Plants vs Zombies. I'm all over that.
It's on sort by release date. So this is your release date, basically. So this is although I'm not quite sure how Black is. Or maybe it's released onto EA Play, maybe not.
Yeah. So like, I'm just being honest. Like me, if I had this for free, top row wouldn't play anything. Let me look at the second row. Second row, I wouldn't play anything.
See, I would. I'd have tried
Battlefield
5. Plants vs Zombies. My kids would like that.
Battlefield 5, I bought two years ago and hated it. Haven't touched it since. Definitely wouldn't try it again.
Because the difference between that and FIFA 20 to me is nothing. And I know you're saying, well, yeah, but you've got like half of these games are made up of FIFA 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying me. There's no chance I'm playing FIFA 19 in a month's time and FIFA 20.
You might want to play Unravel 2. That's your kind of game. Or Faye. That's your kind of game. Right?
Yeah.
So, there's stuff in there for you.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall. Mass Effect. Yeah.
Now, apparently.
Battlefront I would play.
Some NBA games in there. Battlefield 1's in there.
Yeah.
Mirrors
I
of
guess
Paris, I haven't played yet.
So, yeah.
There
is some good ones in there.
And you're getting it for nothing, Pat.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. I think it would just happen to be the page I was looking at.
I'm not going to go back and play FIFA 16 when I could be playing FIFA 19. But
yeah.
I mean, it's fucking worth it for skate.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
Game of the year. You can find that. Yeah, I might have made a mistake there. So, I'm not going to knock it. I think whatever we think about it, they didn't have to do that. I mean, maybe they have to, but
I think, and this isn't dissing PlayStation, but there is no way in hell when the PlayStation 5 launches you are getting that value for money. No,
there's no chance. The only thing is that sort of system for me, and I know I'm a one-off. It never suits me. Like it's the reason why I don't have PS now, and the reason why I didn't actually play that much when I had the £3 month thing for Ultimate. I think I got it for 3 months for £3.
Yeah,
but like I only ended up playing like one game on it. I think.
But that's a bit like Game Pass for me. See, I don't play a lot of Game Pass games, but I've spent the last week playing Wasteland 3, and I wouldn't have touched that if it hadn't been on Game Pass. And I
hear you. Yeah.
I play, and I can always drop into occasionally, just occasionally, I'll get a real inkling to play Sea of Thieves, so I'll download that on. Microsoft Flight
Yes,
Simulator.
that's the one game I played.
Yeah,
because that was
like
awesome.
seven
No,
hours
I hear you.
of Flight Simulator, and it's like that's what it's for. It's for that kind of. I've got a real craving to play this type of game. I go play. I don't have to buy it. I don't have to worry about it.
No, do you know what it is? It's like I do hear where you're coming from. When I see it, like, because they advertise like PS Now all the time in my face when we're trying to play PlayStation. It's like, oh great, there's 100 games. I don't want any of those 100 games. Like, if it was a game I wanted, I would have bought
Well,
it.
you've already
I don't.
played them.
Yeah, or you've already played them.
But
Like,
have you not noticed that we've stopped doing that now? Because we're like, I'm not buying that because it'll be on Game Pass in a couple of years. Yeah,
yes. So this is where it's different.
yeah, so
Game
we've
Pass.
stopped doing that now.
Game Pass kicks ass because it puts all its exclusive Xbox games on there. So,
Well,
like, if Gears, Halo, like, that's awesome. Like, that I will play.
And they're all there to stay as well, unlike the third party stuff.
Yeah.
And you play them on day one. So that is awesome. Like, to play 2 years later, Battlefield 5.
No, I get
you. You want me to reinstall Battlefield 4 the other day?
Yeah, but that's because I still play Battlefield 4 because it's you all has that I get it.
Whatever you think about it,
it's a nice bonus.
You know, I mean, EA Play, Game Pass. Game Pass is one of the best deals in gaming without doubt. If you can say to somebody, you know, £25 a month for the next 2 years gets you a massive gaming catalogue, all Xbox release games on thing, EA games coming out your ears, Xbox Live, Xbox console that will play everything, all your backwards compatibility stuff, all your next gen games will be playable on this machine. It's going to cost you £25 a month for the next 2 years. Yeah, why not? Or 250 quid if you want to put it that way. I mean, that's. I mean, I know PlayStation. I'll be getting a PlayStation 5 because I want to play the PlayStation exclusives. But if I wasn't a gamer, if I wasn't as invested as I am, I could probably pass on Spider-Man Miles Morales for the library of this, right? Or Horizon Zero Dawn. I could pass. I could give, if I'm just Joe Block, I'm like, oh well, I've missed that one. Never mind.
You might not even play single player games if you'll play Call of Duty. You'll play FIFA.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can get my Call of Duty machine for 250 quid instead of 500 quid, and I get all this shit thrown at me as well.
Yeah. And the Xbox S players can play with the X, right? So if you're playing Call of Duty, you can play with.
Yeah.
You just get a lower spec game, or you. Yeah.
It's about I mean, the resolution is basically the thing that's going to take the biggest hit, apparently.
I'm fine with that.
But they're not bothered by that because if you're playing like Call of Duty, you want frames, you don't want resolution so much.
Yeah.
So it's.
But when you get higher frame, you'll get up to 120, won't you? On the
So anyway, to kind of round it all up a little bit, I just think they've knocked it out of the park this week. I think that reveal.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They were rushed to do it because they got outed. Yeah, but I think
it's so smart because I think even with all those good games, Vimes, I know it's good value, but it's good value now, and the Xbox is still not selling better than the PlayStation now, and the Game Pass is out there with the same games, the ones you showed us in EA.
Yeah.
So even though it's good value, it's still not outselling the PlayStation. I wonder if
that's that's because PlayStation 5's got such a foothold already.
Yeah, possibly. But what I was going to add was, when you now release a console for $250, that is, for me, that's brilliant, because it's like, okay, the 450 one, I expect PlayStation to outbeat it again in sales.
I think
clearly. But now for 250, you're like, I'm going to lower this price so I can compete. If you want to buy my good console, you can. It's not going to sell as well as a PlayStation. We accept that. But I'll tell you what, come still buy my Xbox, because there's one here for 250, and you get all the games, and you get. So I think it's a brilliant move.
I think the only thing that's going to potentially hurt PlayStation this holiday season is going to be availability. Because we already know that's going to be limited. We don't know what the situation is with Xbox, but they kind of set us up saying, look, good chance you're probably not going to get a PS5 before Christmas.
Don't know. I mean, like I
Possibly, yeah,
say,
don't know.
PlayStation is such a strong position at the moment, so I'll tell. I just don't think.
No, it is.
I
They'll
just don't.
probably they'll probably live through it for that reason.
I think
it's
we
not.
just, I think we it goes back to what we were saying before, and I don't think that there is a console war anymore. I think PlayStation have chosen their path to go down this way. Xbox are much more bothered about let's get the subscriptions, let's get your Game Pass Ultimate, whatever you want to call it. That's what they give monkeys about.
I don't know. You know what? I would have agreed with you a week ago, but with this 250 console, I think that it's just a big fu to everyone. Like it's the same price as a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
250.
It's cheaper than a Nintendo Switch.
It's cheaper, and it's a next gen console.
Yeah, but
that is big.
All it is your gateway. That's your ticket price to get on Game Pass. You're not buying that S to play Halo. You're buying it to play Xbox.
Why not?
You play now, right?
Why not? No,
Halo ain't fucking.
No, well, in a year's time, that might be 220. I'm playing the new Halo.
They brought the 250 out as a means to get you in. It's the crack dealer standing outside the school gates going, "Here's your cheapie, have a freebie."
Well, you've just told me that the series games will work on this, so I will be able to play Xbox on this.
Yeah.
So what's the issue?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
I wouldn't be surprised if this 250 console is also a bit of a gateway to, we're not actually going to release Halo Infinite on the 1S and 1X.
Yeah, maybe
1S.
I don't think they can do that. Yeah. And also, looking at Halo Infinite, it could fucking run on the OG Xbox. So what the hell?
I think it's a brilliant idea. The 250 next gen console.
It is.
Well, anyway, I think we've reached our time for now. Clarky's got to get up in, let me think, 6 hours. So we better let him go to bed. So until then, I hope you enjoyed our little rant on Xbox and our maths. Hopefully, that can.
Worldwide currency.
Yeah. Until then, if you want to get hold of us, you can do on Clarky Do Your Job.
Confessional@gmail.com.
See, so suave. You can catch us on the Twitters at Confessional Pod. You can catch us, me, Vimesy74, Pat at Life of Pet, Clarky at Clarky Snap. If you could do us a solid, it would be really nice if people listening to this could follow us on Twitter and also just retweet.
And also on YouTube, if you can click the subscribe button and the little bell notification thing, so you can find out when the new episodes are coming out.
You think you're getting promoted? Do you think you can do the email address and the YouTube thing now? Do you?
No, I just given your I don't know. I think you're just getting a bit old and don't understand these things. So I thought I'd jump in there just in case you didn't know about it.
Click like and subscribe and click the bell to get notified when we've got new content. Bro, I watch enough YouTube. As you know, every game I've played. Anyway.
For fuck's sake, it took us 2 days to figure out how to upload a video in one thing.
Well, you say it took us 2 days.
We're a team, Vimesy. We're a team.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I do keep forgetting.
That's better.
Yeah.
See, Pet, I got you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lot really helped with the editing and the uploading of that. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
She's a shout out.
just in there for the glory.
Yeah, anyway, before this digresses anymore, not like I've been it was a nice smooth exit then, and fucking Clarky's ruined it. Anyway, thanks for watching, listening, whatever it's going to be this week. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.